only one way out. It's not a fake. Jesus Christ.
Well, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope this Christmas Day finds you all well. Well, I thought I'd give you a little Jesus here. From Jose. Jose comes up. Seems like an ex-gang member from all the tattoos that I could see, but somewhere along the line he found Jesus. Can't fault him for that. Jose seems very sure of himself. I wish I could be that sure of myself. I'm not. Now he calls himself Jose the Truth Seeker, and I guess that's all we're all doing. Trying to seek the truth. I am not as steadfast in it as Jose seems to be. I still have my questions and my doubts. He brings up, he doesn't trust Donald because he became a politician. I don't entirely trust Donald because he became a top politician either. I don't know if Donald trusts Donald because he became a politician, but he's a man like we, I don't know, we're all just people, and I don't know, I don't trust people that have total trust in anything. People are too sure of themselves worry me. But some of the allegations that Jose brings up, I don't trust at all. He brings up the old allegations of Donald raping with Jeffrey Epstein, 13-year-old, and I, from the contact I've had with people that know Donald Trump personally, and if you've watched my past videos, it doesn't seem like Donald Trump's the kind of guy that does things like that. So, I also think that the demons out there, the creatures out there that we're fighting, will accuse others of what they do. I find Donald to be a ruthless businessman, yeah. Also, I've seen him to be fair in his business. Again, people I've spoken to personally that have contact with him, not news reports, not secondhand, but people that have had direct contact with him. Do I trust that he's being honest with us now? I don't know. I have my doubts there. He just signed that bill, spending bill that still funds Planned Parenthood, still funds the war in Afghanistan. So there are a lot of things that spending bill that he said he would never sign something like that again, which he did. So I don't know how much we can trust, the Donald to be all the way truthful with us. As I know that this is a battle, so I don't take Jose's allegations here of too much to heart. And again, I don't totally trust Donald Trump. We still have deep staters walking around. I still haven't seen anybody being held accountable. Attorney General Barr is the only person I know of that still thinks Epstein killed himself. So, there's a lot of doubts. A lot of things on this physical plane that we're dealing with, I'm not so sure of. But it is Christmas. So in that spirit, all I can say is God bless you. Love you all. Thanks for coming by. And if you like what you see, you know what to do. And I'll see you on the flip side of this.
Before he became a politician, I liked the Trump. Once he became a politician, now I knew he became a liar. All they do is change the faces.
And I believe me, I have in your cynicism there's good grounds for it. There's good grounds for it. And I would say I'm not 100 convinced one way or the other on any of this crap, you know. But there are people that have been part of the deep state that have rebelled against it.
When?
That have revolted
Kennedy,
against
the only one?
No. Kennedy was it. There's others. Watch the documentary Thrive. Have you ever seen that?
Not yet.
Okay. You're familiar with Procter & Gamble, of course, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Foster Gamble was heir to that vast fortune and groomed to be a top 0.00001%, right? I mean, he was hanging out with all the Bilderbergs and everything, right?
But there's people that's bigger than them.
But, yeah, I understand. But he would, Procter & Gamble's, I think, the third largest conglomerate in the world. I mean,
right.
they make everything from baby powder to gunpowder.
It was like, remember, like Chase, J.P. Morgan.
Yeah.
When he died, he only owned 17% of all that stuff.
Yeah, I understand, but my point being that this Gamble had an epiphany. He says, "Wait, I'm being groomed to be a psychopath. I can't. The people I'm surrounded with are the psychopaths and sociopaths. I am not going to have any part of this." So he broke from that agenda. He made this documentary called Thrive. Watch it.
Let me put it in my notes so I can watch it.
Yeah. The first thing he does in there is expose government cover-ups for over 100 years and what they have planned for us.
What do I put on there? The dude from Procter & Gamble, you said?
Yeah, Thrive. Just put Thrive in there.
Okay.
It's on YouTube. You can watch it.
Okay, Thrive. That's it.
Yeah, Thrive documentary. It'll come up.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And he exposes right off the bat hidden things they've been hiding from us for 100 years. Things like free energy suppression. How they've been hiding Tesla technology, all this, how they've been killing inventors and buying them off and threatening them, right?
And they kill holistic doctors, too.
Thank you. He brings that up, right? So he brings up all these things that me and you are aware of. And he was being groomed to be one of the bad guys, but he brings it up in this documentary. He says, this is what they're doing to us, and this is what we have to do. And what I like about it, he just doesn't bring up what they're doing. He brings up solutions of how we can undermine them, how we can go ahead and get our power back from them. So it's really a good documentary.
But just like Alex Jones. Alex Jones was a shill. He played both sides.
I don't see that too much either. Again, you have to.
See, they want some of the stuff to get out. Yeah. They want you to express yourself so that they know who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
So when tomorrow comes, they know you're one of the bad guys.
I've had dealings with that. I've been on a show, so I've had dealings with him and his people.
It's going to happen. I'm telling you, they're going to be locking people up. I believe.
Well, they already are.
Right, but I'm saying they're going to have, what is that called, martial law? They're going to have all that stuff.
Oh, sure, they got all that. There's a lot of things coming. I mean, if you want to really get into the scare end of it, I just finished this right here. It's about AI, weaponization, robotics, and here it gets into how they're using drone technologies and facial recognition. And, how do we defend against that? If they release 1 million of those on us with poison vaccines.
And what do you mean? People go and get it willfully. They don't need that.
Oh, indeed.
They go to the hospital and get it. Here, give me some cancer.
I know. They've weaponized our minds to go ahead. We willfully line up to walk into the concentration camps.
Our food is laced. Everything's laced. They're killing us.
Thank you.
Only one way out. It's not a fake. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, amen to that. Amen to that.
Jesus Christ. I got something for you to read later on. How about that? Whenever you got time.
Sure.
This is something I wrote back in 2009.
Oh, cool.
Just something to look at.
Thank you very much, man. Very
What's your name, boss?
Badass Uncle Sam.
Okay.
Here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton. And on the back, I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I get into a lot of these conversations out here with people. I mean, I've talked, you name it, from everything from scientists to professors to government people deep in, military, of course, I'm a magnet for. And a lot of people are aware of what we're aware of and are recognizing it and realize it is a spiritual battle. That
it is.
This is basically this is all
Rome.
like storefront window crap.
Yeah.
You know.
But Rome is in control, man. And people don't understand that. They're in control and they're running this.
Yes, indeed. But people recognize now. They're starting to see behind the scenes. They're starting to see who's really running things, the deep state, the hidden hands.
They're doing it.
And knowledge is power. Once people start recognizing these things, which is awakening, where people are starting to see it, then we can start battling back. And then, of course, the aspect of the spiritual part of it comes in. Of course, people realize, well, this is a demonic entity. There's no way that humans are running this show.
Right.
We're dealing with some really heavy demonic entities here. That's where the spiritualism comes into.
So what about that what's his name? The one that supposedly he killed himself?
Epstein?
Yeah. He was buddies with Trump.
Of course.
They had a case. They had a rape case against a 13-year-old together. You don't remember that one?
Well, actually, he wound up throwing Epstein out of his... once he found out what was going on with it, he got rid of him.
How do we know that?
Well, he did. I mean, he threw him out of his... and barred him from his resorts. When Epstein tried to come on to a 14-year-old at his resort, and Trump found that out, he threw him out.
Yeah, but they were both being charged, Trump and Epstein, for a 13-year-old. They were both being charged. Matter of fact, when he started to go run for the presidency, then they threw it out right at that time. However that was, but
well, again, you might, all of this might not be because I'm looking at Barr.
We can only vouch.
Who is the only one I know of that still thinks Epstein killed himself, which is total bullshit.
Hey, we can only vouch for one man in this world. That's Jesus Christ. If the man sitting next to you, you wouldn't be willing to vouch for him. Why are you going to vouch for somebody that you really don't know nothing about? You can say you know Trump, but you don't know nothing about Trump.
I don't fully trust. But I have to look at this and then, on this plane, try to work within it and look at it. Look, you have to trust some people sometimes.
I'm going to trust Jesus.
Well, amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. That's the last word. That's the last word.
It's the only word to me.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Hey,
all right.
But I'm going to look you up in the YouTube.
All right. What's your name?
Jose, brother.
Jose, God bless you.
If you ever see me right on there commenting to you, I'm Truth. It's on the thing, Truth Seeker 424.
All right. God bless you, Jose.
So thanks for stopping by. And God bless you. Hit the like button if you like it, and share it if you care, and contribute if you can. And I'll see you on the streets.